Have you ever wondered how a hot air balloon flies? Or how a ship doesn't sink? Or how some objects seem to float and others don't? Buoyancy is the ability of an object to float. The buoyancy of an object, let's say a stone, is its ability to float, rise, or sink in a liquid, in this case water. To find an object's buoyancy, mass and volume must be known. This relationship is called density, where the funny-looking P is pronounced rho. To understand how an object's density influences its buoyancy, let's continue with the stone. When a stone is thrown into water, it displaces some of that water. Let's say the stone has a mass of 30 grams. It can then displace up to 30 cubic centimeters of water. This is because the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. If the stone has a volume that's larger than 30 cubic centimeters, it will float. But if it's less, it will sink. Now we all know that throwing a stone into water will sink, but let's just say it floats. This is due to the buoyant force, which means the pressure on the bottom of the stone is greater than the pressure on top. This creates an upward force that's greater than gravity. The buoyant force creates an upward lift on an object, and is also equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by that object. For example, if you fill a bathtub with water, the water will spill when you step into it. If you collect this water, you will find the volume of the water is equal to the volume of you. This is called Archimedes' principle, as Archimedes was the guy who discovered it. Archimedes' principle on buoyant force can be described by this equation, where force equals density times gravity times volume. If the buoyant force is larger than gravity, the stone will float, but if it's less, the stone will sink. Is this simple?